This is funny before I ever even started. This is Sir David the Bard. Alpha and Omega are here today coaching me because this is a subject I don't know much about. I'm coming to you from Kangaroo City down here in Australia, and have I got a show for you and me. Now, you know, I'm old. I'm almost 66, and when I was young, girls, now I have to be so careful with my words. When I was young in 1963, 4, 5, and 6, 1966, I graduated from high school, there weren't electrical appliances to remove hair. Yeah, we had a few little machines that you could, you know, go bald and shave a little bit. Well, girls, no, I have to be so careful because this is funny as hell. Girls did not shave their vaginas in the proportion in 1966 that they do today. Now, I'm just reporting. Don't kill the reporter. This is not something I've seen. I promise to never lie to you. And when I do this. That means I'm lying. So this is not something that I've seen, but I've read about. Anyway, now here's the story, okay? This is a Brazilian wax job. This, I can't even say it without laughing my ass off. Okay, so this girl goes in for a job in Pittsburgh, and it's for a Brazilian wax treatment, okay? So she goes through the application, fills everything out, and she's hired. She's hired. Now, she was hired with 4 or 5 other girls. Well, the boss got them in the room there and told them they were hired. Drop your panties. Most job and bosses would be in jail, but not a Brazilian wax man. Now, I'm thinking of hanging a shingle out. You don't need any experience for this. So the girls all lined up, and 4 of them, 5 of them, whatever, dropped their panties and agreed that this was part of the job. They were going to Brazilian wax each other. So the boss said that this was an important training portion of hiring. So the girls are all down there on the ground, and they're putting wax on their vaginas and ripping the damn wax cloth off. Well, you know, there's a lot of things you can do to a vagina that really brings pleasure to a woman. This isn't one of them. So the one girl goes, "What the hell? I'm not dropping my panties." He says, "Well, you know, you have to drop your panties and let us wax you, or you're going to be fired and terminated." So she said, "Well, that'll be a wrongful lawsuit." And it is now. She walked out with her panties on. She didn't want that job that bad. You could tell, you know, she wasn't willing to sacrifice. Now, I had to look up Brazilian wax jobs on the internet because I'm a stupid shit. I can understand a razor, and I can understand shaving every area of the body and the little red bumps everybody gets. Well, I don't think the men get red bumps. I don't know. Not that I've heard or seen men, but anyway. So I started looking at Brazilian wax jobs. Now, this was invented by 6 Brazilian women. And there's some advice on the internet. Now, before I give you that internet advice, I want to I want to share with you a little bit of what's going to go on in the trial. Okay, first of all, there's going to be a lineup, and I want to be there for that. I say to myself, okay, put 12 of them up there. I'll tell you which one didn't do the Brazilian wax. We'll know that she is the defendant, or the plaintiff. So anyway, I can see the prosecutor trying to prosecute this case, and he says, Miss Jane, would you take the stand, please? And then he said, you know, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is exhibit number 1. Jane, will you take your panties off and open your legs so that the jury knows you didn't get a Brazilian wax job? And now I'm going to call 7 other girls who are employed by the Brazilian wax salon, and I want them to all show their vaginas to the jury to prove they had to do that to get a job. And you can see the plaintiff's attorney or the defense attorney going, well, if they'd come in with a wax job, we wouldn't have had to do it. And that's not the vagina we know. This is fake. Those are fake vaginas. God, what a trial. I want to be there. I want to be there. Here's exhibit number 1. This great big 9-foot by 9-foot vagina. And the prosecutor says, that's exhibit A. And I throw myself against Proposition A and try to go back where I came from. Well, anyway, the Brazilian wax, I don't know if you girls know about it, and I don't think us boys know hardly anything about it. But anyway, it says that your hair has to be at least a 1/4 inch long. Well, now, I've just read. Now, I'm not telling you anything I've seen, but most people, women, are qualified for the Brazilian wax. Now, they pour hot wax on your vagina. Now, I've seen a lot, I've read a lot sex toys that women use and enjoy. And I know a little bit, not much about S&M and some of the other satanic ritual abuse of women, etc. But anyway, I've read a lot about their vaginas. Now, they put this hot wax on your vagina. Now, if you don't jump off that damn table... Now, I've never had a vagina of my own. Of my own. But I'd get the hell up off that table and go, screw this. Get a Gillette. I'm out of here on this one. So anyway, they let it dry. And then it's like pulling the tooth of a child where the damn tooth won't come out, and you hook a string to it and a doorknob, and then you slam the door and the tooth goes flying into Brazil. Well, they grab that hot wax that is dried, and they just rip it off, and they say it has to go against the direction of the hair. So I guess you have to have an examination to know which way, north, east, south, west. So they rip that sucker off of there. And now, anyway, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but the detail really evolves around nurturing and fixing what they've done. It isn't just red bumps. It can be infections. It can be ingrown hairs. And they recommended several products. Now, I could go to one of these wax job places. I don't have to wax. I'll just, put the lotion on. What a world! What a world! Women would cut their boobs off because men want them bigger, and now they're ripping their vagina hair off in a very painful way. What women won't do for men, what they won't do. So anyway, it only stays off for 3 weeks, and then it grows back, and they say when you go in again, you're not quite so embarrassed, and you can ask for the same technician. But she's Brazilian waxed. You know that because she wouldn't be working there. So anyway, she got fired, and she has sued the company, and the company said it was part of their training program and their policies and their procedures, but it wasn't in the manual. It was in the boss's head. What a job! I've thought of good jobs in the world, but this guy's got the best one. So anyway, if any of you want a Brazilian wax, I would use anesthetic, general anesthetic. And like I said, you girls will do anything for a man, and this is a hell of a sacrifice. A Brazilian wax. Oh my God.